Hello everyone! Well, today I'm here for a completely different thing. I'm pissed off. No, I'm not pissed off. But I have a great opportunity in my hand today and I want to use it, of course. Well, I received a very bad message today and this is why I'm making this video. Why I received this very bad message? So let me start from the beginning. I was watching Facebook like 3 days ago. I open it because I had some message, and then when I get out from the message appears one of these sponsored ads that they put, and it was what's the name? Vancouver Piano Sessions. And these Vancouver Piano Sessions, they are promoting one guy, Asian guy, shouting like a crazy while trying to play Appassionata Sonata by Beethoven. And when he plays strong, he was shouting something like "Art is bold, art," and then when he plays soft, he say "pianissimo," and try to make some mockery out of that. But okay, I am very happy when people make jokes, and I love jokes. The problem is that when it finished, when I see this Vancouver Piano Sessions, and then he say, "I'm going to teach you," I say, "What? This is a teacher?" Well, then we have a problem. When it starts to make mockery in order to access the classical music public, then something is really weird, out of place. And then I checked it carefully for the full video one more time. And I said, no, this is trash. This is completely trash, because what this is doing is not what a comedian do. A comedian make a joke. A comedian is free to make a joke. I never care about. I am very happy. I will laugh. They can make a joke of Beethoven, of Mozart, of me. I'm not Mozart, Beethoven, but I don't care when someone make a joke out of me. I don't care, because you are making as a comedian. Great, comedian is for that. But when you say you are going to teach piano and you are doing this kind of mockery of piano, this I feel like a lack of respect. And I say, no, this is trash. Promoting this in the classical music is just promoting trash, and it is. So I make a comment on this, and I put on that sponsored ad. I put there is space for comments. I put the comment, and I make the X. I don't want. I close that ad. I don't want to see this. Bad, really bad. Bad quality, bad played. The speech about what he says quickly about Beethoven there is like someone that just watched the movie My Immortal Beloved and think that this is Beethoven real biography. No, we cannot use that as reference for a teacher. This is not supposed to be a teacher of piano. No matter where he is, but he teaches here or there, I don't care. This is bad quality. Bad quality. In order to be famous, people can do whatever they want. But the point is, it's bad. And then I make this comment, and 2 days after, someone gets too angry. And this someone, by the way, is so brave to say the words that the account has no name, has no videos, has nothing. It's just G13, Geophila 13. Whatever the hell it is, or who is, or he, she, they, I don't know. I don't care to. But make a very harsh comment on me. Pick up my video of Lacrimosa by Mozart, where apparently I don't play very good, right? Playing tremolo is not good playing, I think. And he said, instead of criticizing and offending real classical musicians, please go back to school and learn how to play 2 notes evenly. Have some respect for real artists and open your ears. Wow. I love this kind of thing. Well, first of all, yes, I have respect for real artists. And second, open my ears. Exactly because they were open, I noticed that it was too bad. Okay? This is the 2 most important things that I can say. But I decided to give an answer, of course. And I give. Wow, you are not only deaf, you are also dumb. And you are who? Oh, nobody. Okay, so that means your opinion is very important to your pets, but unfortunately not to me. Have a good day and don't waste your time with my channel anymore. Hug a tree or do something more useful. Here you make no difference at all. That was my answer, and I'm so happy to make this kind of thing. I'm very, very happy to get the chance because of doing this, because this opened the door to me to speak about some things that annoy me too much. And people say, oh, you are saying this because you are jealous. No, I'm not jealous. You know why? Because if I needed to do what these people are doing, to have money, I prefer to go to the street and beg for money, because I studied art for 30 years. That means I study so deeply that I have no interest in become a clown for the sake of the market or to get some money in the end of the month. I prefer not. If I want to be a clown, I will study the clown work that deserves the respect and is made for that. Yeah, you become the clown because you go to the circus and you make the people laugh. That is a kind of work. When you pick up the work of other part and you make it a clownish, or you make this make mockery out of it, then you are just disrespectful. This is not interesting. This is not funny because you don't have the talent to be funny. This is the main point. Okay, this is what happens, for example, with Lang Lang. When he started, I tried harder to listen to him, and all that mocking faces and all this kind of thing was always annoying. But I think, but this guy, I think he can play good. Sometimes I see some interesting things. But I noticed one interesting thing at some point when he plays Chinese music, then he don't make those faces. You know why? Well, there's a simple thing. Why when he plays Chinese music, that is the music from his country, then he's very respectful in the tone. When he plays Liszt, he make all that mockery. When he plays Chopin, all that mockery. Why? Because he don't have respect for that. He's using that to promote himself. And the proof of that is that nowadays he's not even caring about classical music anymore. He's playing the famous pop tunes from the internet on the street with other pop pianists because he wants to keep promoting himself. He's a master of marketing. And that is true. I think nobody in the piano world is better at marketing than Lang Lang. But I can never consider Lang Lang near to the top of piano playing in any sense, or someone that is a reference on the piano playing. Actually, many of his recordings, when he plays the classical music, if you just listen to it, it's even boring. You see that lack, the connection with the music. It just works when you are watching him doing all his mockery thing. Then it works because you are watching a showman. But one thing is the showman, the other is the art and the love of art that you can have. And nowadays, the market is all related to image. You can see the girls, they are dressing, special to show the body. Because if they don't do that, they have no space. Do you think that getting back in the past and making usual one all the time dressed full of clothes, do you think she's going to have the space she has now? No, she have a great market with clothes, with all kinds of things that girls can wear. So these become part of the market. But this is not about art. And what she's doing, she played wonderfully. What she plays, she played wonderfully. But also at the same time, there are plenty of girls playing much better and playing, much more repertoire, knowing much more things. Not just playing one capucin and repeating 1,000 times here and one cifra and 100 times there. There are girls that are playing much better, but they are not dressing like that. They are not making business with companies of clothes and companies of everything. So, no space. So the truth is, no one is caring about the classical music at all, even when someone is playing good like her. Because Juravan played wonderfully, right? But she, without all that image, she will not have the same space. And on the other hand, Lang Lang is not even playing good. You can listen to the sound that you can listen on that last recording, and you're going to notice what is happening there. If you have your ears attention, you're going to notice. But the point is, I really, people will say, oh, but you are saying this because you don't have their space and you are jealous. Well, if I need to do similar to that, I am out. I don't want, really. I prefer to be on the street begging, and get money from the street to my food every day. I prefer this than doing the work they are doing, okay? I say this because it's more than 30 years that I study, I teach, and I keep researching all this time. So I'm not just studying Beethoven, Mozart, Bach, like everyone on the classical music normally knows. I studied much more than this, and everyone that decides to spend time to see what I have been doing, that yes, I did much more. And also in compositions, transcriptions. I am also luthier, I create instruments, and because I love guitar, I love playing guitar. So, I have done too much to simply agree with all this nonsense and say that this is good for art in any sense when it's not. This is good for market, this is good for making money. Oh, this I agree. But if I need to do the same thing, I prefer not. You know, I can sell guitars, I can do whatever I want, and I don't need to prostitute myself in any sense. Okay, so I will not do what some of these people are doing, and not just them. We can see many people following their path, and this is bad for the quality of the art. But everything nowadays seems to be getting worse and worse, and maybe I'm speaking this because I'm getting old, right? Old people like to complain. Well, you can say whatever you want. I really don't care. But the point is, so after this wonderful bad comment that I received here, I just can be thankful for this Geophila 13 by giving me the space to put out these demons and for saying that what this kind of event like a Vancouver Piano Session is doing is trash. What they are promoting, this that they promoted now, is trash. What they did before, I have no clue. What they are going to do after that, I have no interest. Okay, but the point is, especially because of this kind of attack, if they are so low like this, I don't care. Okay, so this is, I think this is basically what I have to say. I keep doing my things because we have three kinds of public, as I always say. We have the people that love you, the people that hate you, and the people who don't care about you. For the ones who don't care about me, I also don't care about them. The people who hate me makes no difference, and the people who love me, I always work for them. I always do the things thinking about them. So the only thing that I always want in my life is have conditions for doing what I want to do. And this can be made in many ways. I don't depend of the classical market, because if I depend of, you know, going to the bed with the guy that is director of the orchestra, you know, I'm not going to do that. And thank you. Okay, I'm never going to play with that orchestra. I'm not going to you know, make mockery of classical music because this sells, you know. And I'm not going to keep doing things for free because everyone is doing for free, you know. No, no. You don't go to the hospital and ask a doctor to treat you for free and have no salary in the end. Okay, you don't ask for that. So don't ask someone to make art for free for you, because you want art, because art is music, is the art, not just the music but all art is your wish for sanity. Okay, this is what happens since the life started on earth. Okay, someone long before religion, long before society, the guy was playing a flute made of bone 45,000 years ago. Okay, he was playing a bone flute when there is no society, there's no religion, there's no nothing, and he needed abstraction because what he was seeing around him was not so nice to him. So yes, art, first of all, is the incessant search for mental sanity, for the sanity of your brain. Okay, and if you want this from some kind of artist, remember to at least offer something in return, because you are not supposed to work for free, the same way that no worker is supposed to work for free. Okay, and well, enough said. Okay, so I have no interest in being in their positions one more time. So no, I'm not expecting people to invite me to do this kind of marketing, ha 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 ho ho ho. Okay, I am completely out of that, and I disagree with that, and I always say this is trash. See you.